By the way, I was just listening to the Rascals Groovin' for our album exchange. If you haven't checked out the playlist for that, please do. It's lots of fun. Probably more fun than listening to AC/DC's Fly on the Wall. But no, I'm gonna go in. I always do. I always go in with a not a negative or a positive attitude. I just, I listen to the album. AC/DC, Fly on the Wall. There it is. From 1985, 10 songs, 40 minutes. Woo! Should be like this, maybe. Okay, here we go. Fly on the Wall. Excuse me. That was Fly on the Wall by AC/DC, and it wasn't a very good song. Yeah, the drums were kind of annoying, like pound, pound, pound. Brian Johnson's vocals, they sounded like they were being recorded in a hallway or like in another room. They're not up front enough. The one saving grace is Angus. His guitar solo was, nothing amazing or anything, but it was, a typically good Angus Young guitar solo. But other than that, the song, the guitar riff wasn't that great for me, and the lyrics were pedestrian even for an AC/DC song. So next up is Shake Your Foundations, which I might have heard before. It sounds familiar, but I think maybe it was the hit off of the album. Here we go. I honestly thought at the beginning it was going to be a pretty good song, but I was wrong. That rhymed. The chorus. I can see what they mean about the chorus. It was not a very good chorus or interesting. And yeah, I don't remember that song at all. It doesn't sound like a hit single to me, but maybe you liked it. I loved the, little bit of once again, of Angus Young, his little guitar solo in there. That was the best part of the song. Okay, next up is First Blood. I think I might sneeze. Not as good as Whole Lotta Rosie or Highway to Hell so far. Oh, there's so much I could say, but I think I'm going to save most of it for the end. Uh, you know, that must hurt to sing like that all the time. You know, it sounds like Brian is giving his all, as he always does, but I don't know. It seems a little, I'm just sensing it's a little forced this time. And I don't know. It's like almost like a AC/DC cover band, the way it's sounding. None of these songs are very impressive so far. But still got 7 songs to go. Next is Danger. Danger. You're about to listen to Danger by AC/DC. Well, that was, for me, the best song on the album, and it still wasn't very good. It was kind of, it got really repetitive. But at least, it was a different tempo than the first three songs. Now, Sink the Pink, okay, that's another song title that sounds familiar, but I don't know if I've ever heard the song or not. We'll find out. It must be a love song. I love how I think I think it's on YouTube where all of the ACD songs, so many of them end like that with a big thud. Speaking of thud, the drums, they're so monotonous. And, the production is not very good. Like I said, the vocals sound way off in the distance. Maybe that's a good thing for this album. That little breakdown was interesting, and then, of course, the guitar solo was good. So I guess in the old vinyl days, we'd be flipping over the album now for track 6 with Playing with Girls. I was actually thinking, you know what? Right now I could actually be listening to the best of Marie Osmond or something, but I'm listening to AC/DC's Fly on the Wall. Here we go. Well, that was way different than the other than the other songs on this album. A joke. I'm just, being serious for a second or two. I know, some of you are AC/DC fans, like bigger fans than I ever would be. Is there anyone out there that loves this album? Just let me know. I'm just interested. Yeah. Next up is Stand Up. And that reminds me, I wish I was listening to Jethro Tull's album Stand Up right now. Here we go. Okay, not a great AC/DC song, but it was good. The chorus was catchy. Once again, though, the drums are very, very plodding throughout the whole album. There's like a sameness to the beat for most of the songs. But one of the better songs on the album for me. Okay, 3 to go. Just 1 second here. Yes, 911. I'm listening to AC/DC's Fly on the Wall, and I really need some help. I'm really in a lot of pain. Just joking. Okay. Hell or High Water. Hell or High Water or Fly on the Wall. Yeah, I liked Once again, not a great song, but the chorus, I love the little guitar bits that Angus does with the chorus, Hell or High Water. That was kind of cool. Back in business. Second last song. Thank you, Jesus. Now, not knocking Brian Johnson because, overall, he's done a great job with AC/DC. But his vocals at some point were reminding me of Nazareth, the lead singer for Nazareth in their prime, Dan McCafferty. But Dan McCafferty has much more range, I feel. And I'll say more at the end of this. So the final song, Send for the Man. Basically, send for Glenn Kellaway from the basement. That's it. All right. So I was looking up the album when it came out in 1985. It went to number 7 on the UK charts, but it only went to 30 on the Canadian charts and only 32 on the US charts. So, I guess it's still sold, right? But not quite Back in Black numbers. So this, overall, for most AC/DC fans, it's their least loved album, and I can see why. Now, the production is part of it, of course. It's final time, I'll say, the vocals seem buried in the mix. The drums are very repetitive throughout. There's not much change in the beat for most of the songs. The guitar solos are good, but even they get by the end, it's like you've heard it all before. The songs, besides the production, the songs themselves are just not that catchy or good. They're not your typical great AC/DC song. I don't think any of them would be even in my top whatever, like for AC/DC songs. So for me, and remember, this is just for me, and you might be a little surprised, but I'm going to ask, does this album suck? Yes, it does. Yeah. For AC/DC especially, and, even if the production was really good, like I said, the songs aren't there. Just they're your typical not very good AC/DC songs. And so yeah, that's my review. Thank you for watching, and I seriously would love your thoughts, especially if you're an AC/DC fan, when this album came out, if you were alive, or whenever you ended up hearing it. Do you like this album? Do you love this album? Or do you dislike this album? I don't like using the word hate. I mean, it's not a bad album, but for AC/DC, it is. It sucks. So, thank you for watching. Have a great day.